All right, so let's talk the four learning styles. There are several schools of thought on learning styles, but they essentially all fall into four main learning styles. And again, learning style should only be used as another tool in your mom bag. This isn't intended to provide a comprehensive or prescriptive how to on learning. It is just meant to give you an idea of the best way your child learns. And keep in mind, your child probably has more than one learning style. So let's get into the four main ones. We have visual, auditory, reading, writing, and kinesthetic. So, visual. This one is pretty straightforward. Your child needs to see things to learn. Think diagrams, pictures, models, words, etc. So, how do you know if your child is a visual learner? Well, you start with observation. For all of these learning styles, you're going to start by observing them. Does he like pictures and illustrations? Can he remember written facts and things he's read really well? Is he very observant of the world around him? Does he learn better by looking at examples instead of having things explained to him? So, can you hold up a math problem and he can see that's already worked out? And can he see it or can he understand it better than if you were to explain it to him? So, these are all indications of a visual learner. Next is auditory. So, this one is also pretty explanatory. Your child learns by hearing. Think talkative, conversational teaching style, and the need to talk through instructions. Your child may be an auditory learner if she enjoys being read to. Does she enjoy auditory input like music? Is there a preference for audiobooks? Are verbal instructions easy to follow? If your child is a reluctant reader, then she might be an audio learner. So, have another show on that one. Go check that out in the description below. But embrace audiobooks. So, my husband is a very strong auditory learner. If you hand him a book, he won't even attempt to read it, but he will see if he can find the audio version of it. And he finished his bachelor's degree. So, this is like 30 credits, maybe a few more, by listening to all of his textbooks. And yes, it is possible to make it through college as an auditory learner listening to your textbooks. The next one is reading, writing. I know some think this should be grouped with visual, but I see one of my sons as a strong read, write learner, and I see the difference from visual learning. So he understands by writing everything down. His notebooks are everywhere. Also, if your child is a bookworm, then he is probably is a read, write learner as well. So, have you observed any of the following in your child? He will read and write outside of school. Does he write down instructions to a task? Is he a note taker? So, my son struggled with textbooks. It was hard and he didn't get much out of them. When we switched to a literature based curriculum, he completely thrived. It completely changed his whole schooling. And the fourth one is kinesthetic. This child learns through touch and experience. It is not always easy to find hands on curriculum, but you can really use any curriculum as long as you add a hands on component. Add manipulatives to math. Act out the story you are reading. There are simple ways to add a hands on component. Your child might be a kinesthetic learner if he moves or fidgets at a lot while learning. Does he need to keep his hands busy to understand instructions? Are arts and crafts a favorite? So, this learning style will cause you to think outside of the box, or at least outside of the textbook, but it doesn't need to be complicated.